Hi guys, I'm back. So I wanted to restart my channel. I do have a few older videos that I'm probably just gonna leave there, just because I basically wanted to re-up my channel this year because I realized that I didn't want to just talk about writing. I want to talk about the books that I'm reading because I don't really have anyone in my life that I can really talk to about it. So I'm going to kind of do a hybrid between Booktube and AuthorTube, and just talk everything books and writing. And so I wanted to do a little bit of a fun video today, the Booktube Newbie Tag, and then maybe I'll be doing the AuthorTube Newbie Tag again. I think I might have done it a long time ago, but start fresh. I have a new work in progress, so I'm really excited to get this new fresh start and see how it goes from there. So to the questions, why did you start this channel? Well, like I said, I had already previously started it, and I basically just want to be able to connect with other readers, people who are reading the same books I am or have read them, that we can chat about it, meet other people, and I just really want people to be able to talk about books. Like, that's really why I'm starting it back up, because I want to be able to talk to people. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I guess my personality, I think we all have a different books that we like to read, and to be able to discuss the books that I love, and just share the excitement with other people. I guess that's it. That's a really hard question. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Okay, to be able to talk to people about books. That's what I'm most excited for. My husband doesn't read. I don't really have any close friends that really read. So, like, to be able to talk to other readers, that's what I'm most excited for. To connect with other booktubers and really just be able to talk about books. That's it. That's all I want to do. Why do you love reading? I love reading because you can relive moments in your life that maybe you can't go back to. So, like your first kiss, you get to relive that through every character that you read. I don't know, like a lot of the firsts in your life, like, you get to relive those. You get to live in a fantasy world. You get to see all these crazy worlds that you never would have expected to be able to visit. You know, you could, I don't know, I just really enjoy the escapism you get with books. What questions would, what book or series got you into reading? I specifically remember a book in either 4th or 5th grade. I think it was called The Doll in the Garden. It was basically about a little girl who found a old antique doll buried in her garden. I think she moved into a new house or something. And I think there was a paranormal aspect to it. I don't really remember. But I remember being so interested in that book, and it was like the first AR points that I ever got, accelerated reader program that we had to do like every year. And I'm pretty sure it was the first points I ever got without my mom reading me the book. So I think that's the first book that ever got me into reading. And then again, obviously the Harry Potter series played a big role in my love for reading. It like reinvested me into reading, because I had for some reason thought that every single book was like the old books that you read in English class, and didn't realize that you could read books for fun and that were interesting. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, I would say probably The Doll in the Garden and then the Harry Potter series. What questions would you ask your favorite YouTuber? Or booktuber. Yeah. I would probably just ask them about books, if they're reviewing like a book that I read, or if they're, you know, it's something that was in their favorite books, like just talk to them about them, or if we share a favorite book. That's honestly probably what I would ask. starting a channel wise, maybe like what their best tips are, where they get their ideas. I don't know, something like that. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Honestly, I think it's going to be finding the time to do it, because I work full time. I'm also a writer. I have a blog. I'm starting up Instagram, and it's just finding the time to manage it all. And this year I'm really focusing on my writing, so I'm making it a priority, and to just find the time to do it, because it's something that I want to do more as a hobby and allowing myself to enjoy it. So instead of stressing out about having to do everything. So I think that's basically what I think will be the hardest challenge for me. When did you start reading? I think, again, it was probably 4th or 5th grade when I read the book, but I would say probably when I read the Harry Potter series. That's when I really started reading, when I really started getting into other books, and then once I left for college, that's when I really started picking up books for fun. I don't like to be told I have to read something. I think that was my problem, is I didn't like to have that homework aspect of it. But if I was just doing it for myself for enjoyment, then I didn't mind it. Where do you read? Pretty much everywhere. I also listen to a lot of audiobooks because I have a 2-hour commute to work, 1 hour each way. So I listen to a lot of audiobooks on my drive while I'm cleaning and doing different chores that I can't physically be reading a book. So when I do read, it's usually on my couch. That's typically where I like to read. What kind of books do you like to read? So typically, YA. However, I do like some adult books. There's nothing against them. Like I read some adult books. Typically YA, typically fantasy. Again, I can feel the contemporary fantasy, or the contemporary YA too. But typically fantasy, and it has to, whatever I read, it has to have some sort of little love aspect in it. If not, like, then I don't feel like the book is complete. Like, even if it's just this little tiny little subplot of watching some character fall in love, like, it doesn't even have to be the main character, but having that romantic tension in a book really amps it up. However, I don't really care for straight romances, so it's a very fine line that I walk. Typically it's like 50-50 for me. Oh, that's it. All right. So I guess I am done with all those questions. I would love to hear what your answers are to these questions. Go ahead and leave those in the comments below. And we'll see you next week. Bye!